was listening on the news about how Milwaukee's in trouble, and they were calling that sheriff up there and Uncle Tom and all different kinds of stuff. And he seems like a reasonably good guy to me. All he wants to do is try to help his people. He's smart enough to know that they may have equal rights, whoever they are, Black Lives Matter, but they make themselves unequal in their actions because they act like idiots. All of them are like petulant children that want more money, more freedom, more of everything. And I'm beginning to feel like that I'm taxed to death to support these crazy people, and the people that are falling into the mix with them that aren't on the dole are just fools. And I don't know what to think about it, except for I'm tired of it, and I bet you're tired of it. We're paying too much taxes. They're not paying any taxes. How come, when children start acting badly, you spank them and put them in the corner and take the television away for a week, all in the same day. I think that what's going to happen is Black Lives Matter is going to get spanked and put in the corner, and the television is going to get taken away eventually. It might be years from now, all in a day. And I'm afraid, and I don't want this to happen, but I'm afraid they're going to end up back in chains on the farm. And I don't, trust me, I don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen to anyone. But what's going to happen? When are we going to have enough? And when I say we, I'm not trying to make that white or black. I'm trying to make that the working man against the people that won't work. I've talked to people in these cities, and they're like, go to your job. And I'm like, well, I'll help you get a CDL and I'll put you in a truck. Oh, I can't leave my family. I can't leave my house. And I'm like, why? That's what men do, or women, or whoever. If you're going to feed your children, you're going to do what you're supposed to do, instead of trying to run a hustle on everyone and do it that way. There's plenty of people that think that the hustle is the way to do it because they don't want to leave the house. In old days, people left their house and came across the ocean, and then they went from the east coast to the west coast. A lot of them never saw their family again. If they could send back home a golden nugget, I guess they were doing great, right? I hope they could. I guess a lot of them didn't. You're going to have hunger everywhere. Speaking of hunger, do you think anyone in this country is hungry other than by choice? So why are we giving them all these food stamps? I mean, anyone can work, anyone can survive, but I know everyone I know that's getting all of these subsidies, they don't need them. They've got a dirt patch in their backyard, and if they don't, they can open up some dirt patches in Central Park or somewhere, I don't know, and grow some stuff. You can grow enough stuff on an eighth of an acre to last you all year long and never be hungry. So I don't understand that. And when we was kids, I remember that they used to have my parents wouldn't ever be involved in anything like this. We were hungry. But they had a wagon that came around and people got their commodity cheese off of it. And I remember being at some friend's house and they had commodity cheese, and I was thinking how lucky they was. But after I grew up, I realized that they're still on commodity cheese, except for it's just a different truck in a different place. So I'm glad Mom and Dad didn't take that kind of stuff. And then used to, the food stamp food was black and white. And that stigmatized everybody, I guess. So they made it to where they could get everything. And I don't agree with that. Sustainable food for life should be beans and rice price and things along that line. So you can live, so you can get up and find a job and get up and go to work. I had an argument with the guy about cell phones. He said, well, why shouldn't you? Everyone pay for my cell phone. It's like, do you realize how stupid that sounds? Why would anybody want to pay for your cell phone? Well, I needed to find work. I was like, when I was 16, there wasn't cell phones. That telephone didn't do me a lot of good that we had in the house. But I could go put in applications. You know, I could check back. I always had a job. I've never not had a job in my life. And what's wrong with the military? Our young that are disassociated and don't know what to do. Maybe they don't look at the military as a job because it doesn't pay very much, but you get fed, you get life experiences. It'll make a man out of you. If you don't, you'll be at home. And there's another issue. People now they're flunking out of basic training. They're getting veterans benefits. They're getting checks because they were nuts when they went in. So we got a lot of work to do, and Hillary's not going to do it, and Trump's not going to do it either. I'm afraid this country is going to burn down. So if it does, maybe it's time for everyone to prepare. Have some food storage. You should have at least 2 years of food storage. Start working on it today. I like Honeywell food. I like their stuff. They have really good stuff. It stores for 25 years. Most of them store for 25 years. And stop thinking that expiration dates on canned food matter, because they do not. If it's bad food, you're going to know it when you open it. It just drives me crazy. Stuck in this coffin every day while the world falls apart.